colleague executive directors of the sub-regional organizations of Asareka, Koraf, Kadesa, Nasro, and the executive director of AFAS, Professor Andreas Brandner and Dr. Sarah Cummings of the Knowledge for Development Partnership, Professor Kinis Dalkir from McGill University, Dr. Annette Nabatanzi Muyimba of Makerere University, our distinguished facilitators drawn from the different institutions affiliated to the Knowledge for Development program, the selected participants of the 2021 challenge from 20 National Agricultural Research and Extension Services in WIPAD, invited guests and participants. Good afternoon to you all. My name again is Yemi Akinbamijo, the Executive Director of the Forum for Agricultural Research in Africa, based out here in Accra. It is a great joy for me to welcome all of you, especially to this very unique day when we are flagging off the maiden edition of the Knowledge Management for Agricultural Development, what we call the KM4AgD Development Challenge within the Agricultural Innovation System and the Science Agenda for Agriculture in Africa. In collaboration with AFAS and the sub-regional organizations, FARA is now launching the Knowledge Management for Agricultural Development Challenge as a joint initiative under the KM XP4 program with funding support from the European Commission being administered by IFAD. These 5 organizations, ladies and gentlemen, have jointly conceived the challenge as an annual event and partnering with Knowledge for Development Partnership, a global network of experienced knowledge management practitioners and academics. As we all know, ladies and gentlemen, that knowledge is at the heart of development. Therefore, today's societies are characterized by a predominant and still growing share of knowledge work at all levels of institutions. Knowledge is also essential because it supports decision-making, evidence-based planning, and increases institutional credibility. Knowledge is critical, and especially for research organizations like ours, because research is an essential component in generating this knowledge. According to experts, knowledge is a primary resource of the societies, dynamically changing through several drivers like globalization, digitalization, specialization, and more. Unfortunately, existing agricultural knowledge and statistics are quite spotty and unreliable, especially here in Africa, and this despite the existence of official statistics agencies in most, if not all, our member states of the African Union. The case poses a substantial challenge to KADEP Malabo indicators and monitoring progress towards these indicators' biennial targets, which is tracked through the biennial review at the country level. This situation also poses challenges in achieving our SDGs. Ladies and gentlemen, the role of agricultural research and development in knowledge generation, dissemination, and its use towards Africa's agenda in halving poverty by 2025 through the KADEP Malabo commitment, as well as contributing to the SDG 2030, cannot be overemphasized. Several significant institutional developments in recent years by FARA and our partners provide a valuable foundation for an attempt to improve Africa's agricultural knowledge, information, and data capture and dissemination. And I will proceed to give a few of these examples. In 2017, FARA and the partners through the Science Agenda for Agriculture had a consultative meeting and took feedback from over 40 NARIs analyzed and assessed ways to improve the forum's information management and collaboration with our partners, and we came up with the following, what is called the FARA Data Informs, which is an online observatory of AR4D in Africa. Again, in 2020, the KM4AgD XP4 institutions established a collective agenda christened the Akosombo Integration Agenda. And out of these came a continental data capture strategy, which was eventually published. I am glad to have been a part of this particular initiative. Therefore, on a third count, the agenda that is outlined 7 key areas of integration, which includes knowledge management approaches, knowledge management tools, knowledge resources, knowledge management processes, the communities, the capacity development, and the ecosystem for AR4D. Therefore, we have this homegrown challenge that now aims to improve the capture and the dissemination of knowledge in African agriculture by building the appropriate capacities and establishing communities of practice, as well as strengthening knowledge generation, dissemination, and the use of knowledge and its related mechanisms. It comprises the collaborative activities, including the knowledge management professionals, the data collectors and the collection, the demanded knowledge products, and 3 key questions. Now these, ladies and gentlemen, will start in September, this month on the 13th, and spread through November 30th. Findings from this challenge will be shared through a continental knowledge management conference during the week of December 6 to 10, later on in the year. And in this context, the KM4AgD XP4 partners and the Knowledge for Development partners have come together to develop the Knowledge Management for Agricultural Development Challenge that can now be adopted and implemented across our continent. This workshop, ladies and gentlemen, officially launches and provides information about knowledge management challenges among the KM4AgD XP4 institutions to create awareness and generate support for the maiden edition of this initiative. To close, I dare now say that FARA, ALPHAs, and the SROs are committed to deploying the Knowledge Management for Agricultural Development Challenge, and also invite key partners and other key stakeholders within the agricultural innovation system to join in sustaining this new momentum and initiative. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming, and I wish you a very pleasant deliberation today. Thank you.